Hey y'all, welcome in. If you are new or just passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back to life. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you when I'm talking to them. May say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid. So I could be talking about the past, present, or the future. Just take the parts that resonate for you now. Leave the rest behind. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. My books are always open. All right, y'all. Welcome back. Hope everybody is doing good, feeling good, slept real good. Tree's up. Lights haven't arrived. Tree is naked. I'm like, hopefully by the end of today, because I don't know what time the lights are being delivered, but hopefully by the end of today, we'll have a nice tree, and I'll post a picture of the community board. All right, so let's deep dive. Hey, all right, I like this opening energy. This is definitely, I like the energy. I'm like, I like the energy. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm looking at this from two perspectives. You know me and my Libra moon. I like to see both sides. On one hand, there is a person or a situation where there appears to be some conflict, that push-pull energy that we've been talking about for a little bit. And since I've been reading for the collective, I kind of know what the energy is about. Yeah. So for you, for you, I feel as though you made certain decisions to just stop putting effort into relationship dynamics or people that, you know, they always got issues. There's always drama. It's like, you know, you say the sky is blue, they tell you it's green, and then try to talk you down, like, and convince you. You know, it's just, it feels like this side definitely feels like never ending drama. It's always something, right? It doesn't matter what you do, there's always something. And so for that reason, you may have distanced yourself. You decide, you know what? I don't have time for this. I have no desire to continue moving in this direction, moving towards these people, especially if you recognize that either the person or the dynamic between you hasn't changed. The interesting thing that I have out here is that the person, if we're talking about a relationship dynamic, someone wants a reconciliation, right? But the way that the cards are angling, it kind of feels, it's like they want to come in for some type of second chance, right? But I think it's more because they have unresolved emotions or issues as it relates to like the distance or separation between you. And it's largely because they're having some closure issues. So I'm not really sure how, you know, like I haven't gotten that far, but like the way that your relationship broke down, or the way that you may have just put, you know, hard brakes and just stopped fucking with folks altogether. It's interesting because it kind of feels like somebody wanting to go back to the way things used to be. which is kind of weird considering that there's, this conflict energy that's between you, where there's just always, it's always something. It's always something. And the thing about it is, not for you is in the upright, connected to regeneration and go the distance in the reverse. So it isn't really, I feel like you stopped dealing with it because you recognize it wasn't in alignment. That push pull, remember? Like, and that's been part of the lesson. I mean, it keeps coming out. It's because I have a group of people in the collective that have been bending over backwards trying to like keep the peace in certain relationship dynamics, in certain situations. You've been trying to keep the peace, and I'm like, I just feel like, just say it with your full chest. Just say it with your full chest. You know what I mean? But the reason why you pull back is because you just don't want who, there are people who actually thrive in drama and chaos. I'm not one of those people. Chaos and drama, it's not triggering for me, but it definitely makes me pause, and I almost get like secondhand embarrassment just from watching people behave the way that they do. Just no shade, just that's not for me. You know what I mean? And so because it's not for me, I distance myself, and I don't want, and it's crazy because people will literally judge you. And I know, I'm like, and I know I'm not preaching to the choir, because I just know y'all feel the same way. People will literally judge you for not wanting to participate in their bullshit. They'll run around having drama. I remember having times where my sister she had a friend, and her friend's life was like just a dumpster fire. But my sister really got off on like hearing the stories. I don't even like hearing the stories because that shit is chaotic. I don't want that energy in my life. I don't want it around me. And even when I get a whiff of or hearing things that just sound like a bunch of chaos, it does something to my nervous system. No, I don't want that shit around me. So if you made a decision to kind of distance yourself from other people's bullshit, you got somebody in your energy that definitely wants to come back, and they don't understand why, they don't understand why can't we go back to the way it used to be, right? And for you, it kind of feels like, I'm telling you, I don't, like I said, that's the reason why I'm like, I'm not sure how you created the distance, but there's this person that you distance yourself from, they're having closure issues. They're having closure issues. It's their issue. It's not your issue. And I kind of feel like this person, I don't know, there's a connection here with, it has something to do with your presence in this person's life. It's kind of giving me like that umbrella energy that we've talked about months ago. Like, when people are around the collective, we've got like this little protective bubble that's in our auric field. So anybody who is in close proximity to us also receives that same coverage. So when you put the pause on it and decide, I'm not going to do this, I'm just going to, go on with your life. Go ahead. They don't understand. They don't understand why you pulled back. They don't understand why you pulled back. I do kind of feel like they do want to bridge the gap. Here's the thing. I kind of feel like, not that they're expecting you to come back, but I think that this person has an expectation of you opening the door for that kind of interaction. Yeah, because it's like when you were in I don't know what I don't even know what their life was like before you came into the picture. But it kind of feels like when you were around, things just seem to work out. This is a very bizarre energy. Okay. It's like things worked out when you were around, and they so want you to be, they kind of want you, I feel like they want you to come back. They want you to be the one to initiate, like trying to come back into their life. But if you're cross watching, baby, ain't nobody looking backwards. Like you got somebody over here in the current energy who's like stuck in the past. They're in the past. They want a second chance, right? But the problem that I'm having is whatever reality that this person is clinging on to, they haven't changed. So as far as I'm concerned, as far as the collective is concerned, we're not operating or dealing with people who haven't changed, who have no self-awareness of the way that they show up in people's lives. Because this definitely gives me the energy of somebody who is, they're a pot stirrer. They like drama. They like that shit. Get a hobby. I'm like, I know so many people that are in, like, and it's crazy. I mean, I'm like, generationally, I know people in each generation, because I'm not going to just like say, oh, you know, just boomers or just millennials, just Gen X, you know, like I know people in every generation who are just like this. This is just who they are. Get out of the window. He's so nosy. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay. Yeah, whoever this is, whoever we're talking about, and I'm not genderizing this at all because it could literally be anybody. I think whoever this person is, like whoever you've created distance between, it's something about like the ease of your presence. I keep going back to that because it has something to do with your presence. It's like, because I see here that this wasn't something that they manifested, like the relationship dynamic or whatever. Like I said, I don't know what this is, but this wasn't something that they, they weren't using the law of attraction. This is a law of attraction card, and it's in the reverse. So this is of no effort of their own, okay? But when you were around them, things kind of felt like, literally, things fell into place for this person, right? Now, part of the lesson here, because I'm telling you, I don't think whoever this person was, I don't think that it's not like they were with you for nefarious reasons, but it was because they did receive some element of blessing or favor because of your presence. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Whoever this person is, they've been dishonest. It's just somebody who wears a mask. Okay? And this is real shit, in order for you to even consider reconciling or being back in this person's presence, they would have a lot of work to do in terms of like corrective energy. Like if they wanted to fix the relationship, they have to initiate. They have to show you that that they're serious, that they find value in your relationship, and they have to prove it, and the proof is it's not through words, it's through actions. And so the flip side of that, thank you, Spirit, for pointing it out. The flip side of that is if this person, and I'm not telling you what to do, you do with this information what you will. If this person does attempt to come back into your life for a do-over of some sort, I'm seeing this two ways. One, if they want to actually show you that they mean business, like they're coming to you, and I'm just painting a scenario, they're coming to you with their heart in their hand, and they are looking for forgiveness, and they want a second chance, they want to do right for you, it would require you to be open for the consideration of allowing this person to actually do the work. You know what I mean? I mean, and in all honesty, it may be too late. Maybe the person they may have taken too long to come in and actually, whatever corrective work they were supposed to do, maybe they've taken too long to actually do it. And I think I mentioned it yesterday in the reading about how, karma's a long game, and the reason why it's a long game is because, God's giving you an opportunity to self-correct, to make the adjustments before he makes the adjustments for you. And so for this person, it definitely feels like in order for you to be a part of your life, in order for them to be a part of your life, because you showed up in this person's life as a blessing. They didn't call you in, at this in their eyes, they didn't call you in. Like, you showed up, and then when you were in their presence, things for their life just kind of magically started to fall into place. But then when you pulled your energy back and retracted all of that, you and your energy left the building. Then they were a little bit confused as to like what just happened here. I think this person is now like having an understanding that you were a bigger blessing in this person's life than they actually thought. But again, with this being in the lesson part, I like that it's kind of implying that you don't actually do, there's nothing actually for you to do, especially as long as this person is still wearing a mask and being fake, And so it's kind of like, if you, like, that's fine. You want to wear a mask and you want to be fake, that's cool. I don't care. But the reality is if you want to be a part of my life, you're going to have to work for it. All that overextending shit that I used to do, we ain't doing that no more. Them times have gone. Okay. Crazy. This person, and again, soulmates aren't always romantic. So, soulmates are people that we learn our greatest lessons from. And the crazy part about this is that that's nuts. I'm like, that's nuts. Okay, so here's the thing. Whoever this person is, it's a soulmate, okay? You choosing to distance yourself and kind of like, you are persona non grata. I don't want you here. I'm not good. That's fair. That's actually justice, right? Because they didn't I feel like when you were a part of this person's life, You might have been, you were probably part of the cleanup crew. You were probably running around after this person trying to help them fix their life or whatever, because you saw like I don't want to call them flaws, but when you're intuitive, and even on the slightest bit, like I'm thinking of times where even before I was like full on in auntie mode. I think I'm always this way, but before I was like full on in auntie mode, I feel like I always kind of was able to pick up like these nuanced energies around people and their character. And so at this point, if you've distanced yourself in such a way where you are, because I think what your distance is doing is making this person feel, I don't have a single tarot card out here, but it's given 5 of pentacles, like this person really feels pushed aside. And if it's family, you're absolutely not treating them the way family, the way we perceive family should treat each other. You're like, I don't want no parts of that. And that's exactly it's fair. It's, to be fair, it's fair. It's fair. They may not like it, but that's fair. That's fair. And here's the thing. Here's the part. This is the reason why they're having an issue, because they don't want to get left behind. I don't know what you're doing with your life, because you're like right there. You're right there. You're right there. I don't know what you got going on in your life, but you got some good things coming. And they feel left out of your good things. Whatever you have going on, they're feeling left out. I'm kind of curious, because I'm like, I don't understand why you feel left out. You didn't have nothing to do with it. No, I'm not going to let you just come in here and, suck off of my abundance, off the work and labor that I've done. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. If you're cross watching, please don't play with the collective like that, because you're going to get egg on your face. I just saw 22:11 on the clock. You're going to get egg on your face. This person they're trying to figure out how to come back in, because they see evidence of your life starting to, and I think it comes from your glow up and the things that are going on in your life in the positive. They are a direct result of you taking your eye off of whatever this external bullshit has been. So when you stop focusing on all those other people and everybody's BS and all their drama and all, you stop focusing on all that stuff and you redirected the attention onto yourself. And when you did that, things started falling in place for you. I don't know how this person has the ability to see, but there's an energy around you of like prosperity. There's an energy around you of abundance. This person feels left out of your new life, basically. So this person is trying to figure out, how do I, because they're not, like, time to go is in the reverse. They're not trying to walk away, or they're trying to make it so that you don't walk away from them. But you're not thinking about this person. You're not thinking about whoever this is, whoever they are, whoever it is. You ain't thinking about anything that you've walked away from. You're not thinking about taking it with you into the future. You know that it doesn't have any place in your future. That time has passed. It's kind of like you getting stuff out the mud, right? And you working your ass off for years, right? And then just as you start to make your rise, you got these crumb snatching people from the back trying to claw their way towards the front to figure out, how do I lock in so that the collective takes me with them while they're still rising. Yeah. Ciao. Nah. That ain't it. Oh, hell no. This person wants to, it's kind of like this person wants, like, oh shit. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm like, I'm not sure if this message is for you or if it's for a cross watcher, but I'm going to tell you, collective. If this person tries to come in for some kind of reconciliation, now, and I don't ever encourage going backwards. I'm like, take it from me. I've gone backwards plenty of time so that you don't have to. You know what I mean? Like, I walked so y'all could run. Like, I've gone backwards several times in my life. And if I ain't learned nothing else, I learned not to go backwards. Like, if I've cut you off and when I'm done, just be done and be done. Like, be done and walk away. Because I'm telling you, this person wants to come back in for some kind of reconciliation. I do believe that the red flags will be visible. And like I'm telling you, this person hasn't changed. Round and round is in the upright. So this basically tells me if you go back into, trying to like kumbaya with this person, you're going to do a whole other cycle. You're going to go right back into it. And you're going to go back and have to relearn the lesson again. Why are we doing that? Right. No, we're not doing that. And this person, it's kind of interesting. It's because it's interesting because they're not actually in a position to come with you. They're not ready. They still got some things that they need to work out. Like, they need to exercise the demons out of them. They still got some things that they need to work out. And it kind of feels like they're thinking. Now, it's funny because they are actually thinking of like the future, but they're thinking of it in terms of, if I reconcile with the collective, because the collective got big things coming, that they're gonna get I just feel like they feel like if they stay connected to you, that they're also going to come up as well. But it's the wrong motivation. Because this ain't about somebody wanting to get it out the mud the way you did. They don't want to have to get shit out the mud. They just want the blessings. They don't want to have to work for them. Yeah, I don't like this. And it could be a group of people. Like, this could be a group of people. I don't like this. I don't like it. Let me get a couple more cards. No. They want to communicate. They do actually want to communicate. There's somebody here. It could definitely be, there could be other people, could be family, a group of people, friend group, whoever. There are people that want to communicate with you, but there's no energy. Honestly, like, you're not, if I had to look at it this way on this side, you're not interested. You're not interested in revisiting relationship dynamics where you already recognize that you were the blessing in that relationship. You were the blessing in the relationship. They didn't bless you with what? Just their presence? Heh, no. Yeah, this is a family. I want to say this is like yeah, you're kind of, I'm like, you're not necessarily weirded out by the whole thing, but you're very reluctant. Especially if we're talking about like a family dynamic where, like, I just, like, you don't see, I don't, honestly, I don't, you're not, you're not interested. You're not interested, and they're actively trying to create a situation or create a dynamic where reconciliation could be possible. It's funny though, because I keep getting this energy like they think that you will initiate, like you will reach out or you would do something. You ain't doing nothing, baby. If you waiting for the collective to reach out and call you, you might don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Like, don't hold your breath. Yeah, see, that's the thing. There, yeah, that's it. Okay, remember how I said we're not fixing things we didn't break. So, and I'm like, clean it up is in the same space, same section. There's somebody here. It's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like if you were ever in a position where your life, like you did all of the things, like it is okay. We'll use a family as an example. Okay, within your family structure, wherever you are, in the hierarchy of your family, you are always the person who you show up, you do exactly what's expected of you. You show up with bells on. You're like, I'm here. I'm what you need. I got you. I'm here. I'm supportive. I'm all the things, right? But when you had a need, or if you ever needed help, or if you ever needed assistance, all of a sudden everybody was like, they were deaf, they were dumb and blind. Like, nobody saw nothing, nobody knew nothing. If you needed help, everybody just turned a blind eye. That's your problem. Like, I didn't get you into that, so you had to help yourself. Okay? I need y'all to keep that same damn energy. I need you to keep that same energy, because now people are upset because they're in a position where now they need help. Again, remember that umbrella. You remove the umbrella, so now that you don't, your umbrella of protection, prosperity, abundance, blessings, your umbrella is gone. Okay? You did all of the things. This person is whoever, it could be a bunch of people that are all figuring it out now. Oh shit. This is exactly what happened. This is exactly how it was working out. The collective, I never asked for that to happen, but the collective just showed every time the collective was around, things miraculously just seemed to work out. Whether it was because there was a little influence, there could have been a good word, it could have been advice, it could have been anything, or active participation, and the collective came in and cleaned it up and fixed it. You know what I'm saying? But now somebody is recognizing that, because I'm telling you, I think this person, whoever this is, I think these people actually have an expectation that you would initiate contact or something. It's almost like, because I kind of feel like they're just kind of, I don't know, this energy is really weird, because it feels like they want you to just pick up on the fact that they're going through something, and they want you to come in and fix it. But you're not, because we're not fixing things that we didn't break. And it's because it's being divinely orchestrated this way, that you don't come, that you don't fix, that things don't fall into place. This is exactly what, it's fair. This is justice. Yes. This is exactly the way it's working out for these people. This blockage and dilemma. This is exactly how it's supposed to happen. You ain't supposed to step in and help them. They have to figure it out for themselves. If you didn't break it, you're not going to fix it. God led you away from this for a reason. Yes. And they got to go through it alone. That the abundance, this milk and honey is my 10 of cups card. This milk and honey is yours. It's for you. Why? Because you worked for it. So if this person or these people want to experience the same kind of milk and honey, they gonna have to get that shit out the gutter the same way you did. The same way I did. I ain't coming to help save nobody. And no, it doesn't feel good. No, it doesn't. It wasn't an easy decision. But somebody's going to have to get out their damn feelings, and they're going to have to figure this shit out on their own. It is not for you. It is not for you to walk into someone else's life and help them clean their shit up. You better not. You better not. I'm like, you better not. Well, look at that. What's really interesting now is that this person, people, they're learning a very valuable lesson in loyalty right now. And if, I love how these cards are playing out. And if we're being completely honest and transparent, if you are telling somebody, especially if it's family, if you are telling somebody that you no longer, like, this is you being completely transparent with your feelings, your heart, no mask, you're just being blunt, right? If you are telling somebody, I no longer view you, like, you're not welcome here, you're not a part of my shit, like, I'm not really trying to have you a part of my life, you're not a part of my family, they have to just accept it. And they know. It's kind of crazy. This person knows deep down that this is what it is. They're just having they're having a very hard time accepting it. Yeah. They're having a difficult time accepting that this cycle is done. Whatever you had with them in the past, in your past, in their past, that's done. They know it. They know it. That part of your life is done. It's over. And them trying to imagine themselves being a part of your new life, they don't really have any, yeah. I'm like, this person or people, it's kind of like they don't have much of a choice other than to watch you from a distance. Go live your life, your best life, without them. And I think too, what they're tripping off of is that, I don't know if this person, I'm kind of getting the impression that this person is feeling like, somebody here is feeling very, I heard the word disoriented, but that's not where I was going. I kind of think this person's a little bit freaked out by the fact that because I've said they're having closure issues. There are issues with the finality of the relationship, but I think the bigger thing is they're kind of tripping off of the fact that you don't seem to be like hurt or sad or anything. Like, you are in a very peaceful state. You are, very grounded. Maybe complete contrast from what they, like the energy that they may have known you in before. But I definitely see where somebody is kind of like, damn, like the collective is legit a different person than what they were when they were around me. And they don't even seem to miss me. They don't seem to miss me. And I kind of feel like part of the lesson here was like, like when a chapter has closed, just move on. Just move on. All right. Let's clear these cards back and jump into tarot. Like, that was interesting. Have you guys finished all of your Christmas shopping? I don't want to spend any more money. I went to go drop off, I don't know if I talked about this yesterday. I went to go drop off a package, and then while I was walking to my car, I got a whiff of like sage and Palo Santo and incense, and I discovered like a crystal shop right next to my PO box, and I went in there and kind of went ham and bought. It was the fastest $85 I've ever dropped. I walked in, I might have been in there all of 5 minutes. I walked in, I just saw crystals and stuff everywhere, and I was like, ooh, 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 bracelet, ooh, ooh. I'm like, ooh, bracelets, ooh. I've never seen these little, I love these rings. These are rings. They're like the little crystal, oh my God, I love these. I would have bought the whole damn lot if I had to actually stop myself. I had to actually stop myself. I bought a bunch of stuff. And I came home and I was like, hee hee, Merry Christmas to me, because I've been spending money on everybody else. Merry Christmas to me. Man, fastest $85 I've ever spent. Fastest $85 I've ever spent. I don't think I've even ordered $85 worth of food that fast. It was so fast. And they were having a sale and still blew $80. Alright, let's go in with the triple deck. And see, let me shuffle the majors. And then it's crazy because when I look at the calendar, I'm like, damn, Christmas is like around the corner and we got a naked tree. The front of my house looks good though. And my husband was feeling some kind of way because our neighbors all started putting their lights up like the week of Thanksgiving, right before it started raining and stuff. And he was like, damn it. Like it's some kind of competition. All right. I'm telling you, you look good. You look good. The fruits of your labor finally starting to roll in. Very stable. Very grounded. You've worked hard to get to where you're at. I love it. I love it. Yeah, like whatever experience, whatever experience that you have had from the past that doesn't quite leave you with warm and fuzzies, I do believe that you kind of recognize the truth of the situation, and you had to make a mind over heart decision to just stop putting effort into relationship dynamics where you just did not see any success. I do feel like this is a lesson for you also to be honest with yourself. To see something from an objective point of view without the emotions, looking at the amount of time and effort that you pour into people where you really weren't getting that reciprocated back to you. So you had to kind of, this is kind of like a reckoning for you where, it may have hurt or whatever, but you had to kind of finally see it for what it actually is, not what you wanted it to be. Yes. And I think at one point you may have even waited for, like, if this was your family. Yeah, so here's your decision. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep saying it because I think that's the biggest thing. I think the people on the other side, they feel like we woke up one day and chose violence and just said, "Fuck it, I don't want to do it." But it came at a heavy price. But I feel like it took us a little doing before we actually arrived at the part where we had to make the decision. You might have blocked communication. There's a lot here. I'm like, I just see restlessness. I see a lot of mental play. There could have been a lot of restlessness for you in terms of like, should I or shouldn't I? It's funny because some people feel like you just up and made the decision. Just, seat of your pants. But that's not, I'm not really looking at it that way. And I feel like you might have even had an expectation at some point that your family or somebody from the family will like reach out to you to try to like communicate and heal the connection or something like that, or kind of help you sort it out so that y'all can put something to rest. But that never actually happened. I'm like, that never actually happened. And it kind of feels like, I don't know, some of you might even feel a little bit cheated, like you might have been putting in a bunch of effort, and you still didn't get the result that you were looking for. It still didn't make you feel happy. It didn't, it wasn't the wish come true. It definitely wasn't your happily ever after. And so I kind of feel like where you stop applying pressure or putting in effort into one area, you decided to pour all of that same effort back into yourself. Now, the crazy thing is, when you started pouring that energy into yourself, it made everybody else unhappy. See, that's the very interesting dynamic. Like when you were pouring into them and you were showing up for them, and you were being very selfless, right? Nothing about yourself and all about other people. But the moment you redirected all of that attention to yourself and the things that you find value in, like when you started directing all of that energy and effort to yourself and things started to turn around for you, now these folks are upset because again, they don't have the umbrella of protection. So these people also are in a position of being, because I feel like God is humbling these people, because it's like y'all thought, and I say y'all, I'm gonna put the whole family in there. Y'all thought that the collective was just gonna keep on doing and keep on giving, and you wouldn't have to eventually pay the piper, that you could just receive, take. That puts you out of balance with the universe. So if the collective decided at some point, you know what, I'm cutting all of these people off, that's justice. That's what you get. So now if you're not happy because the collective isn't investing any of their effort and energy into you and only pouring into themselves and being selfish, because I kind of feel like these people were also waiting for you to communicate. They've been waiting for you to come back to kind of like, make them happy again. Okay. Look at that. And you're happier now that you're not with them. Look at that. You found self-love and you started pouring into them. They're upset that you're not pouring into them. And now you're in a protective stance. You are protecting yourself from these people. You are very guarded. Boundaries are up. If you are going into, and this is even like, if you have, if you have a new relationship or something new that you're focusing on, you are protecting it at all costs. I see that right here, especially protecting it from your family, which feels very crazy, and it sounds even insane to say. You're protecting whatever you have created for yourself. You're protecting that very thing from your family. And you know what I like? This feels very much like you're standing up for yourself. Because I kind of get the impression that these people may have also been telling lies or spreading rumors about you. They may have also been spreading rumors about you. You're at a point right now where you're standing up for yourself. You're standing up for yourself. Look at that. Yes. When I say you are protecting what is yours, especially now that you're in a state of stability, like not just financial stability, emotional stability, all of that. Like you're in a very stable space right now. You are protecting all of that at all costs. I just heard Mr. T say, I pity the fool. Yeah, I pity the fool that comes up against you and your spirit team. Yeah, I'm telling you, these people feel they feel some kind of way because because you're stable now and you don't miss them. Like you're not showing any signs of, yeah, look at that. Crazy. So you got somebody in your energy that feels some kind of way because you are stable, you are happy, and you don't miss them. They're upset about it. Somebody here is feeling they're feeling very restless. They're feeling very defeated because you made this choice to walk away from them and you don't miss them. Like you just kind of moved on with your life and you're just like, and you're not, I don't know, there is an air of mystery around you. Like you're, while you are somebody who, you're a sweetheart, you got your heart on your sleeve and you're very loving or whatever, they don't know what's going on with you because you're protective of it. You're protective of it. Very good. Very good. Okay, now if you've got somebody here who has actively been trying to control the narrative of your departure, I feel like they're unsuccessful, especially if they've been, I know that we've been very challenged, very, very challenged, because I kind of see where there is an energy of somebody out here who has actually been trying to like affect your work. It's not working. I'm like, it's not working. That's failure. That's failure. This is failure. Damn, that's failure. Somebody has been trying to really undermine everything that you got going on in your life. They want you to be, I'm telling you, they just don't. This is somebody who don't understand how karma works. They've been trying to stop you. I'm like, I see a couple of things. They've been trying to stop your, like whatever you do for, like, it could be work. Like if you're an entrepreneur, they could be trying to affect your business and your earning potential. If you're in a solid relationship, even, I don't necessarily even have a relationship out here, but like your household, like, okay, say you're super single, they're trying to disrupt your stability. But it's kind of weird because it's by way of your resources. It has something to do with your work. They're trying to affect, because that's how you make your money. So they're trying to also affect your work to trickle down to affect your household as well. With lies, slander. Lies and slander. And the crazy thing is, what it did, what all of their efforts have done. Hold on, this card wants to come out. Wow. This I got my narcissist card out here. Somebody mad that they're mad that you're happy. They're mad that you're happy without them. They're mad that you're like, all of this is like a lot of just weird ass entitled energy around you, but they're upset that you're stable. They're upset that, you know, whatever they've attempted to do has not shaken your foundation, and that every attempt at every turn that they've tried, I'm just now that I'm like really looking at the cards, it seems like at every turn where they have tried to disrupt your peace and create chaos underneath your umbrella, it's all been unsuccessful. All of it. Every single attempt. Like, I got 6 rows of cards out here, and each row, it doesn't even matter like the way that they're connecting, they're all saying the same thing. It's like you're protected at every angle. They kind of want to control the narrative of how people see you. They want to control other people's perception of you. So they've attempted to do that with lies, right? But yeah, and even if somebody had been doing some like weird juju like behavior activities, if somebody has been doing like juju activities under the moon, I just see that it's not working, and they're unhappy that they're not getting the results that they wanted because you're so protected. You are protected. Your business or whatever you do is protected. Your family, your children, whoever's under your roof, they're protected. They're protected. Everything around you is protected. I'm telling you, somebody is mad because you put an end to the relationship. It's like you walked away, you washed your hands, and you're like done, and you never look back. You got somebody out here who is just, oh my God, they're so vexed. They're very, very vexed over the fact that you turned your back and you were like, I'm done. Because I'm like, for me it's arrogance, because it kind of feels like this person never thought you would ever. They never thought. And then when they recognize that, oh, damn, the collective is actually doing better without me, they feel some kind of way. And they might not tell other people that they feel some kind of way. I'm telling you, they feel some kind of way. And they're not telling other people how they feel, but they do feel some kind of way about it. What did they do? So I said somebody here is trying to undermine your work or something, but it was unsuccessful because it's like somebody who you look, oh, the truth. I'm like, oh snap. Yes, yeah, I said it. If they had been trying to do stuff, I'm like, because I can, it's a weird overlay. I'm like, sometimes I wish people could see how my brain works so y'all can see the images in my head right now. I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, Jesus. Okay, look. Could be a masculine, could be a feminine, because I got both out here. Okay. Huh. Okay. Yeah. So what I think is interesting. Oh yes. Look at you. You're so grounded. You're very content in your life. They're pissed because you're happy. They don't understand that. They don't understand that. They don't understand it. They don't understand the fact that you're stable and happy without them. And despite the fact that there's disharmony within the relationship, you still have, it's interesting because what they see is that you still have, you're still very loving and generous. Um, you're still loving and generous, and whatever they've done, it hasn't actually slowed anything down. Like, everything happens in divine timing. So regardless of whatever this person has been doing, like say in the background, it's not stopping or slowing the momentum of what you already have in progress. So I'm like, I just see all of these attempts, and every single attempt there's like a blockage. There's a blockage at every angle of where they've been trying to sabotage your money, your relationships, your home life, your business, whatever. Every angle where you see progress and you see somebody coming in trying to stop it, there's like a blockage. Every intersection corner where all the cards are connecting. Like, you're so protected. I've never seen it quite like this. I love it. It looks great. But you do have now this could be like I said, I have a distorted masculine and feminine out here, so it could be one and the same person, could be two different people. Like, take it how it resonates for you. But I have somebody out here who is, now if I look at this row, there is a difference, because this for me, this would be you, Queen of Cups. You would be the Queen of Cups, right? There could be a distorted masculine here who may have chosen somebody who was like a gold digger. If I look at it right, if I just look at these cards right here at the bottom corner, this right here tells a story of somebody who played you and got played, right? They may have chosen this other person because they gave off the image of what this person thought was going to make them happy. But in all actuality, like I said, your umbrella. They're not a part of your umbrella anymore. And what they're recognizing is that you're quite happy on your own. You still have the magic, you know what I mean? You still have the glow. The person that they chose, not so much. And then if I'm talking about, if you're a man and I'm talking about your experience, then very well could be I do have the energy of somebody here. It's kind of like you might have been dealing with a woman who thought her dick was bigger than yours. I'm like, I didn't want to say that, but that's what I heard. I'm like, she thought her dick was bigger than yours. And so she wanted to be in control of the relationship, and she wanted to control the narrative of how it went and how it, like how all that worked out. And I also get an energy of somebody who is very disloyal. Like, they like the appearance of being in a really, being in a solid relationship, but actually for them, as long as they were in control, that's really all that mattered. But if the moment that energy shifted and you're like, hey, I'm not into this anymore, and you maybe push back a little bit, things started to fall apart. And especially when you made the decision, like, I'm choosing my peace and stability over being, under somebody's thumb who's constantly in need of being in control or whatever. Today is Thursday. Yes. FedEx. Lucky. Shh. I mean, I like that he lets us know that there's somebody here. I just don't think it needs to be like ongoing. Like, I don't think I have anything coming from FedEx today. I'm like, what time is it? I'm like, he's gonna go apeshit when the Sparklets guy shows up. He comes every Thursday. Yeah, and if you were dealing with somebody who was not very, they appeared to be kind of non-committal, here for a good time, not a long time. You found stability on your own and away from the relationship because you weren't able to actually create stability with somebody that was so in and out. Yeah, and I love this whole line. It's kind of like when you finally recognize the truth of a situation, you could have been dealing, like I said, you could have been dealing with a narcissist, but you got somebody here who was very my way or the highway. And I think at some point you had to kind of, the realization of this person's dominance, their need to be dominant, you had to figure out a way to break away from that so that you could find your stability. And it probably took you a little while longer to make that decision than it needed to, but everything happens in its own time. Yeah, I just feel like this person just wanted to keep you destabilized, to keep you stuck and stagnant. Yes. And whatever this relationship was, it did not, I'm telling you, you don't have any fond memories of it. Or this person. You're so much happier without them. You're so much happier without them. Yeah, when you finally decided to put the burdens down and say, you know what, there's no harmony within this relationship. I can never find peace as long as I'm connected to you. And I'm saying, and the crazy part is that for us, the folks who had to make the decision, it wasn't an easy decision to make. I'm sorry you're unhappy that I'm so happy, but what? Figure out your own shit. Go make yourself happy. It's almost like this person was looking to you to be their constant supply. Ew. No. No. They wanted you to be their constant supply. Meanwhile, they did nothing. I don't like them. Like, I don't like this energy. Literally could be a man or a woman. Because just based on the way that they're all connecting to each other, it could be either or. But it's crazy that we've all had people in our lives who felt entitled simply because we were generous and loving. And the moment we decided to pull that energy back and their lives start to crumble, then we're the bad guys? Make that shit make sense. I'm like, now I'm getting pissed off. Make it make sense. Keep me destabilized so you could be stable? Man. Fuck all that. No. Look at that. I'm telling you, they not happy. Okay, see, I said it. They've been trying to, and now they've been trying to energetically affect the way that people see you. Yeah, they've been trying to create all kind of, look at that. I'm like, So you have somebody here who has been trying to keep you locked into a toxic pattern. You decided to extract yourself. And the moment you did, things started to kind of, I'm curious to know how quickly things started to take a nosedive, but things started to take a dive. Yeah. The moment you put an end to this cycle, when you call judgment on it, the moment you call judgment and said, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. I need to, like, you started standing up for yourself. I love this. I'm telling you, judgment's been called. So if anything had been done unjustly towards you, what you've done as a result, this is fair. It's just like what I said in the first spread. Now I don't know. I feel like people are being forced to actually see that they were part of the problem. And what they're getting now is you are mirroring back your experience of what they gave you. And this isn't to say that you're being toxic in any kind of way. You're just giving them back what they gave you. They gave you crumbs, you give them crumbs, if nothing. You know what I mean? Now, whoever this is, they don't like it because they think it's unfair. Look at that. That's done. You learned your lesson. I love it. I love it. This, and whoever this person is, there has been somebody here energetically trying to manipulate you, your life. And because judgment's been called, they've lost control of the situation. So at one point they had the upper hand. They don't have that no more. They don't have that anymore. And now you can actually see, you and other people can actually see who is in control. And it's not them. It's not them. This is exactly what was supposed to happen. This is exactly what was supposed to happen. Remember yesterday when I was like, is somebody waiting for justice to happen? That's kind of what I see here again. I'm like, are you waiting? Not like waiting, but, it's kind of like where we are. I mean, collectively, I think we are. We're kind of waiting for the exposure. We've been talking about it for a long time, and we know that it's coming. The masks are falling and the facades are falling away. The reality of who you are and the reality of who they are is becoming very clear and very apparent. And the other reason why they have been unsuccessful at tarnishing, like, anything about you, like I heard tarnishing your brand. But one of the main reasons why they've been unsuccessful at, like, if they're throwing juju at you, yeah, it has affected you in ways or whatever. But I'm saying I see the uptick where you're in a really good space. You're very balanced. You're working on your healing. You're equally immersed in, the mundane, 3D, and in your spiritual consciousness. Like, you're very, very balanced. You have matured past your peers, past whoever these people are. If this is family, like, you're You could probably be, if this is like, even if this is like a parent or something, and you're, if this is a parent or elders or whatever, you are more mature than they are. And there's like a realization of that. Like, an old soul. Like, you're an old soul. I don't know how old you are, but you're like an old soul. And you've always been that way. I don't know. I kind of get the impression that somebody just wanted you to stay asleep so they could maintain their control over you. That's really what it is. And now that you woke up, you can't go back to sleep. you know? You can't go back to sleep now that you're awake. Judgment has been called. And the thing is that for me, the way that I'm looking at this is I feel like you've come to a place of acceptance. Like, if this is who they are and this is your family, it's like you're not, because I don't see energy out here where you're just like hating on them or anything. Like, you're just like done. When you're done, you're done, I'm not. Hold on. Because I'm like, I don't get the impression. I'm like just looking to see where the cups are. I don't actually think that. I'm like, I don't know who this is for you, but I don't think that they actually ever really had love for you like that. You just happen to be very loving and generous. And so you know how when you have an expectation, I think that's also been a big thing for the collective. We expect people, or have expected people, to behave and show up the way that we do. Because I feel like we're giving people like the blueprint. This is how you should show up in relationships, right? But because those people didn't actually show up that way, and it's not of any fault of your own, it's because they're incapable of it. And I'm saying that, and I'm like, as I'm saying the words, I'm like, that's kind of the realization that I had when I decided to forgive my father. Like, I was literally lugging around 40 years worth of pain and hurt feelings. And then when I finally laid eyes on him for the last time, the week before he passed, and I saw the physical condition that he was in, and I was like, I spent all this time being mad at you, and you just weren't capable of being what I needed. It's no fault of your own, because I also realized that my parents married and had me very young, but that's what they were doing back then. So thinking of a 20 and a 21-year-old having a baby, I mean, I know what I was doing at 20 and 21, and there ain't no way in hell I would have been ready for no kid. And it wasn't that my father didn't love me. I think he did in his own way. He just didn't really know how to be what I needed. He didn't know how. Same thing with my mother. Although I think my relationship with my mother is different. I don't, and it feels weird to say, but I don't feel like my mother ever really loved me. I feel like she resented my presence. She resented me being alive because my father begged her to have me. She resented me for it. She resented him for making her a single parent. She didn't have to be a single parent. She chose to leave. That was her choice. But she resented him for making her have me, and then resented me for just what she felt like was messing up her flow or messing up her life. Like, she made sure to make my life very inconvenient as well. So and it's funny because the other day I was on Threads, and Oh, hell. Okay. Um, I was on Threads the other day, and somebody had posted a picture of. Do y'all remember glamour shots back in the late '80s and in the '90s? Um, Somebody had posted a glamour shot of themselves when they were like, I think she said she was 11, and she looked like a grown ass woman because glamour shots, they like over make up your face and make your hair all big and everything. And so my mother and I had taken one, and so I posted. I only have a wallet size, so I posted it on Threads, and I don't go on Threads every day, so I hadn't gone on it all yesterday. And when I went on there yesterday, that picture had like 9.4 thousand likes and a gang of comments. And anybody who knows me, I try to address every single comment, whether I like it or respond to you. Like, me liking it is acknowledgement that I've received it. But there were so many people in the comments that were like, oh my God, cherish this memory with your mother, and blah, 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 blah. And honestly, when I posted it, I was like, my comment was, I always hated the picture. Always hated that picture. Because it wasn't a true reflection of, I understand the purpose of the picture. It was glamour shots so that you could look all glamorous and shit. I hated the experience. And black hair. Black hair should never be teased, child. You know how hard it was for me to detangle my hair from all of that mess. Anyway, the comments were insane. People were talking about how they couldn't understand why I hated it, and that I should be grateful that I had this experience with my mother, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, that ain't it. I didn't like the experience. That picture is 35 years old, and I still feel the same way when I look at it now than I did when we first got those pictures. I didn't like them. And it wasn't so much that I just didn't like the way that I looked. I didn't like the experience. I was going through some weird shit at the time. And the only reason why my mother wanted to take those pictures is because I was 18 and she was 40 and she was showing off. It was an ego thing. I understand that. But to go through those comments and everybody was like, but y'all ate. Those pictures are beautiful. And oh my God, I wish I could do this with my mother. And, and I'm like, yeah, for those of y'all who had great relationships with your mom, I can understand. But, when you're me and you had a mother that was constantly telling you that, you reminded her of the two people that she hated the most in life. Sorry. I don't have warm fuzzy memories of that shit. But it was really overwhelming. I've forgiven my mother for being who she is. It doesn't mean I have to entertain it. You know what I mean? And I don't feel bad about it at all. Hold on. What is this? Oh. Okay. So look here. I don't like this energy. Because you do have somebody here who has been, I don't know, I'm kind of looking like this. Is this your spirit team? Now, I'm looking at this two different ways. I do see, how we talked about, like, if you chose your partner over like a parent or over your family, I have that here. But I also feel like somebody here, there's going to be some exposure of something that this person does. So if somebody has been doing juju or whatever over your life, or over your life, or over the life of your partner, if you're partnered, somebody here is getting, they're getting judgment for that right now. Okay. And I do feel like the judgment for that, because I have the energy here. Oh, this is a little bit like yesterday. So here's the thing. This is you. I'm like, okay, who's who? I got a lot of people out here. This is you. If someone here had been abusing their authority and power, and I see that, it's right here. It's literally in the center of the spread. There's somebody here. Now I'm going to branch this off for those of you who are spiritualists, because I do have a component of that. Okay. If you are a spiritualist, I do have the energy out here of somebody who has been trying to control the narrative of how people see you. They've been abusing their authority and position in people's lives. They've done it. I feel like this is something that they've done repeatedly in order to keep them in a particular position of power. They want to be looked upon as somebody who, they're all knowing and, all that. Omnipotent. They want to be all knowing and omnipotent. But because you shine, like, it's authentic, like your shine is authentic, okay? Like, you show up in all of your authenticity, and when you show up in all of your authenticity, what it does is it casts a light onto this person to show that they don't really, because I kind of get the impression this is somebody who, they give bad advice. I said, like, this person gives, whoever this is, it could be a man. It's connected more to a masculine energy. But this is like somebody who gives bad advice just to kind of send you off and watch your life fall apart. Yeah. Yes. And I can tell you that there is, when I think of, like, when I'm thinking of new opportunities and new cycles and going into new cycles, they're being blocked from entering the realm of your new cycle. If you are in a place or position of if you're like in the public eye in some kind of way, oh my God, I just saw something else. Okay, but let me go with the first thought. If you're in the public eye in some kind of way, I do see part of their karma is like being prevented from not just having access to you, but they're being prevented from affecting anything that has to do with your ascension. So as you rise in like popularity or something like that, there's nothing that they can do. It's kind of like God is stringing them up by the ankles and making them watch as you glow up. Like, you are stepping into your authority. You're going into a whole new cycle. And now, yes. Okay, I heard their reign of terror is over. So if at one point, yes, because at one point they had been on the upper half of the wheel, they are no longer in that position because they are falling from grace. What people can see is actually that you are the master manifester. You have the ability to, like, whatever you had to do, you got it out the mud. You did it all by yourself. The moment you stepped into your power, started speaking your truth, started working on your stability and all that shit, things started to turn around for you. But as things started turning around for you, things started to decline for this person or people. Okay? There is no new energy there's no energy here that supports a new beginning for them or for a relationship or connection to you. There is, and it's because of it's karma for the injustices that they were doing against you in order to stop you, slow you down, manipulate energies, lie to people, throw juju. Like, everything that they've done is coming back to them. And I'm looking at the bottom of the deck with the hangman. Yeah, they gonna have to do it alone. It's like if they worked with a bunch of other people, and they gotta watch you. Crazy. So even if you're partnered, everything, yes, everything. If they're, yeah, look at that. You knew it. Empress, I love it. It's crazy because it kind of feels like this person is they're literally being made to sit down. If you're on a rise and things about your life are turning around, they have to watch that rise from the outside. They're not allowed to attend. They're on the outside. Okay. I'm going to do one pass with the Kipper Lenormand. Actually, no, we're not going to use the Kipper Lenormand. We're going to use a straight Kipper. I haven't used this Kipper deck in a while, so. And then we'll clarify with the Kipper Lenormand. Okay. Yeah, so somebody, they getting karma. So the loss of control is a byproduct of, that's part of their karma here, loss of control. Like, they wanted to keep you around so that they could continue to benefit off of having your energy, or having being underneath your energy. They like the benefit of that. So somebody here may be in bad health. I'm like, all I see is you're innocent. So there's a message here that has been either intercepted or blocked. Something to do with a relationship or a marriage. I want to say the message is from a man. There's a man. Okay, there's a message that's been withheld or blocked, intercepted. Something about a man. Oh. In a relationship with a false person. Huh. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. So, let's just talk about the corner down here. I have the mature woman, thief, child, unexpected income. Okay. The mature woman is connected to the false person and this unexpected income and the message that's been blocked. This mature man may have been married to her, could have suffered from bad health. She was a karmic, or she was karmic to him. They were each other's karmics. There are other people that know about this message that's been withheld. The message could have something to do with some type of unexpected ending. There's karma, though. There is karma here, and there's a fated event. Okay, so this talks about patience. This almost looks like patience and waiting for karma to do its thing. Okay. Didn't expect. So, okay, so nobody expected the loss or unexpected event that nobody had anticipated. Then there's a loss of abundance or a gift. Yeah, it's like not receiving a message. It's still the same energy about not receiving a message about sudden wealth, because you never were looking for it in the first place. Here's the scales. Oh God. Okay. So there is a message that was due to come to you, but somebody got in the way of that message. Other people are aware of it, and it is blocking you from some type of sudden wealth. Somebody's getting karma for that they did not expect. There's a dispute here over this money. And there's hidden information coming out about the money and this privileged lady with the community. Okay, now this is giving me a dark practitioner. So I wonder if she has something now. The way I'm looking at this, she might have had something to do. Whoever this woman is, she might have had something to do with if her husband passed or her husband was in bad health. She may have had something to do with that. She may have contributed to it. She could have paid a practitioner, or she could be a practitioner. That's part of what this hidden information is too. So she's in despair about the dispute over money. Distorted feminine. She's guilty. And if you've been blocked, if there has been some type of here's the hidden information in the mountain in reverse. So if there had been some type of blockage or obstruction from you getting this wealth or whatever, and you becoming the privileged lady or the the rich man or whatever, put yourself wherever you are. This hidden information, there's a blockage. There's something obstructing you from getting this information. Something or someone. This low-key, and the community is chatting about, they're chattering about how, okay, so now you know when the cards are in the reverse, like, no, I want to know what happens in order to flip them. So unexpected income and bouquet are both in the reverse. So this almost feels like somebody being stripped of, that's faded as well. The loss of, the stripping of unexpected income, unexpected loss. The community or family or friend group is they're gossiping about this marriage or why this woman got involved with this man, because it's kind of looking a little shady here. Yeah, because there was confusion about, it's like there's confusion about, interesting because these are all connected. There's a little confusion about this pathway being blocked, about somebody coming towards you. This is an incoming message, but you're not getting it. There's confusion about why the pathway has been blocked about this money. It's like, how does she acquire this wealthy man? How does she acquire she got involved with a relationship with a man who has some money? Made a decision to get involved with a relationship for money, for security and in hiding. Not, there's no illumination. Yeah, it's like, I don't think she ever really wanted to be in a relationship with this person, but she got in a relationship with him because he had the resources. I heard he legitimized her for a house. Ring in the reverse. Clouds, crossroads, house. Made this decision for a house, but then was hiding another man in the background. And the conversations that these people are having, somebody here is this is being in possession of something that we're hiding. House. This man, whoever this man is. Because there's a side relationship. Bad luck. Brick wall. Concern. So now they're concerned about their ability to continue holding on to some type of money that they may have received or acquired through marriage. Assets, we'll call them assets gained through marriage. Now, even though it's interesting because even with all the cards I pulled out, I never pulled out the coffin card. Although this card up here talks about fated endings and sadness, it doesn't necessarily imply death, but I'm kind of looking at it like death. With expectation in the reverse, like something happened and nobody expected it. So that's usually, for me, it's passing. That nobody expects that. The unexpected passing of a mature person. The people in the family are talking about it. Oh. Okay, I'm like, there's the coffin. I'm like, wait. So there could be somebody here investigating, because there has been something done illegally. There has been something done illegally. But the crazy part about it is they weren't alone when they did it. This wasn't a solo mission. There were other people involved. Now this could be an investigator. This could either be an investigator. It could be a member of the law, like maybe seeing something online. There could be a message here. I don't know. There's something being relayed. Very well could be online in public, some kind of public way. Potentially having to do with a family home and somebody acquiring it. But now they're experiencing bad luck because they're getting karma for whatever they've been doing. And they're in despair over it. It is what it is. I'm like, alright. Bottom of the deck, I'm scared. Don't be scared now. Oh, I'm like, I looked at the time on the clock and then I looked at the real time and I got kind of confused for a hot second because I saw 1:44 and I was like, oh shit, I gotta go pick up my son because he gets out of school at 1:45, but it's only noon. All right, so I'm scared. Somebody hates that your intuition is on point. Family, friends, as I'm putting the card over the community, family, friends may be involved. Sage your home. There is forgery or falsification of records. You are healing. Somebody is verbally, emotionally, and mentally abusive. Somebody does things for financial gain. Cousins or family friends are involved. So, yeah. A Taurus or a Libra may be significant. Somebody may be getting tarot readings on you. There's a stolen inheritance underneath forgery or falsification of records. The month of April may be of significance. Could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus. Aunt or aunts are involved. There is emotional imbalance. Somebody cannot control their emotions. We have a gold digger out here. Someone is not a team player. You are chosen. Archangel Michael is out here. Somebody is lost without you. Somebody refuses to change. Foster child or foster care. They need your energy or input to create. A Virgo may be significant. Somebody stalks your socials 24/7. They ask if you could ever forgive them. Somebody could also be an alcoholic that has a secret life or lifestyle. Somebody doesn't know how to commit. Whoa. Someone's afraid to lose you. The month of September may be significant. Could be dealing with a Virgo or a Libra. A Cancer may be significant, and an Aquarius. So we have Aries, Taurus, Libra, Virgo, Cancer, Aquarius. Somebody says, oh, Spirit's telling you don't be afraid. We have forged documents, forged signature on legal documents twice. Okay, so there's been forgery of some sort. Somebody's misogynistic. Someone's losing hope. A brother may be of significance. Somebody's afraid to be alone. Somebody's experiencing bad luck. This is a blessing in disguise. And we have meddling family members at the bottom of the deck. Archangel Zadkiel for forgiveness, mercy, and benevolence. I mean, you know, that's your thing. Alright. If you're still rocking with me at almost 2 hours in, I appreciate you. We have a new lifestyle. Someone's throwing shade. New home. We may be moving to a new home. Notice the signs. 424 may be significant. Someone's a busy bee. Might have a lot of things going on. Empathy overload. Walk it off. When you feel overwhelmed energetically, go for a walk. Someone's lurking. Heal money issues. 2323. 616. 166. Someone desires reconnection. You may be seeing things clearly now. Someone has deep feelings. Set boundaries. There's a new career path for somebody. 2323. Balance your chakras. 222. Romance is yours. The deepening bond. 717. Someone is returning to you. Success is yours. Something is coming to an end. Somebody may text you out of the blue. But be careful because they're not actually hearing you. Okay? Shift your focus. The time is now. Something new is on the horizon. Time to say goodbye. And the last card is happy outcome. Bottom of the deck, children are involved. Okay, so we have 777, 999, 1111, 919, 1122, 1112, 1511. Okay. I have January the 1st, January the 2nd, January the 4th, January the 6th, January the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, January the 18th. I have February the 1st, February the 4th, February the 6th, February the 9th, February the 14th, February the 18th, and February the 24th. I have no dates in March. I have April the 1st, April the 2nd, April the 6th, April the 14th, and April the 24th. I have no dates in May. I have June 13th, June 17th, June 25th. I have July the 11th, July 12th, July 16th, 17th, July 19th, July 22nd, 23rd, and 25th. I have July the 13th as well. Okay, Lucky, in a minute. I have August the 1st, August the 9th and 10th. Oh, wait, I said July. Did I talk about June? Oh my God. I'm distracted. Okay, I have no days in May. Did I say June? I think I did June. I'm going to do June again. June 1st and 2nd. June 4th, 10th. 13th, 17th, 25th. July 13th, 17th, 19th. July 11th, 12th, 16th, 17th, 19th, 22nd, 23rd, and 25th. August 1st, 9th, and 10th. September the 2nd, September the 14th, 15th, 18th, and 23rd. October the 1st, October the 8th, October the 6th, October 8th and 9th. November 7th, November the 12th, November 15th, November 22nd, November 23rd. No dates in December. Okay. Alright, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. Thank y'all if you're still here a minute and 52 in. Thank you. Okay. First house, second house, third house. South Node, which is currently in Virgo, but South Node also, I believe it has more to do, it has a lot to do with past life patterns, karmic baggage, past life patterns, things that we need to learn how to integrate into our destiny line, our North Node. All right, so this is Mercury. So Mercury in the South Node, and then I have Gemini, Aries, and Aquarius. First house, second house, third house. Gemini, Aries, Aquarius, South Node, and Mercury. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonated for you, gave you confirmation or clarity around your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get in front of the eyes that need to see us the most. If you'd like to book a personal, more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. I think I might have just, while I got you on the line now, let's see. I have no idea because I haven't actually looked at my calendar. I only look at it in terms of what's happening for today, so I never really know what's on my calendar. Oh, that's funny when you have clients that send you tips. I haven't even done her. I have a client in a couple of hours. Oh my God, did I? Oh snap! I think I missed my time. That's what it was. I missed my time. Okay, I gotta go. Anyway, I'm like, I missed my time. I forgot to set my alarm. I gotta call this client. Anywho, I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.